Hey, it's Mark A Squared, and I have something a little different here tonight. So, from 3DLocksport.com, they have a lot of really cool 3D printed things, and one of those things is that they have these demo locks. It's not really a lock, I should say. It's a demo piece that educational lock and pins, as you see there. It's a flat 3D printed piece to represent what happens inside of a pin chamber. Halloween edition for 2023 is limited run. I have number 11 of 100. So very very eye-catching coloring on the stuff there. It also came with this plastic, I want to call it a pog, commemorative coin, I think is what he called it, but really it feels very much like pogs from the 90s or whatever the heck it was. Very vibrant Halloween kind of green with pumpkin on one side and the logo for their company on that other side. Kind of a cool little piece there. Comes with a sticker that'll go on my my Lock Lab case. And let's see, I'm just gonna hold that up and just, you could pause the camera to read it all. But essentially, he's like, "Yeah, thanks for letting me do cool things with the 3D printing for the lock sport community, and I'll hold it just a moment longer. You could pause it before that, and then I'm just gonna put that down." Okay, so let's see. I got this, and I'm gonna put this out of the way as well. Let's see. It's got Mylar zip open bag here. I'm gonna hide this. There's a specific reason. I have cats, and one of them loves to chew plastic, so I want to make sure that they don't get a hold of that piece there. So let's see. First out of the bag is going to be, I'm just going to put everything out of the bag first, and then we'll make sure that we'll address what's what. Let's see. I saw something about authenticating gun items, so I'm going to do that before I'm going to do something, maybe cut part of the video there out, because there's an authentication number here that I could authenticate the piece that I have here. In any case, this is what it is. Number 11. I guess he said this is glow in the dark, so there's like a glow in the dark fibers that were incorporated into the print, whatever. We'll see how that goes when I've got charged it up and all that. But the idea is that it represents looking down a keyway. All right, so let me set that down for a minute and lock and do a lock. Right, so this is that Avis that I'm loving here. So put a key in, right, and when you put the key into the lock, this is what we're looking at here, right? Much bigger representation of it, but that's what we're looking at. Those bumps in the key make the pins align. When the pins align, you could turn it and it opens. Okay, so all that here on the model, just to be quick here, you put the key in, you push the key in, and it pushes up on the pins, right? Fills the space with the key. You turn the key, and it opens the lock. Okay, you take the key out and that's also very poppy. That's the same idea for picking, right? When you pick a lock, use the tension bar to turn the cylinder. This is the round part on the lock. The cylinder, and you pick underneath in it. That's really tight. I can't turn it because I don't have an extra hand. But so you pick it, and then with the tension bar, turn it, right? And that unlocks the lock. Standard pins. Let's see. Also included, I'm not going to mess with them right now because there's a whole spring and all that, which I'm sure will end up flying away. Let's see, but I will open up the containment bag here. Let's see. So we have other pins to show how they work in the situation of the lock. So mushroom pin, right? So that when you push it, it'll lock in different orientations. I'll do another video demoing all the different bits, but this one's just to show the fact that it is a cool thing that exists. Serrated pins get hung up in here, right? Spool pins, my nemesis, because they push in a lock and they kind of feel like they're set, but they're not. They're still in here tumbling. Oh, I think this goes with the master cylinder, master wafers, I should say. That's these little purple guys. So certain kinds of key sets. So like a building can be set up where certain keys will open certain doors, like all of the doors, because they're all set properly with the right, this kind of configuration in the right spot, where you've got a normal driver pin and then wafer pins. They're called master pins, master wafers. Anyway, T-pin, and then key pins of 3 different lengths. It looks like the one that came with, the one that came in, I should say, and then a much shorter one, and then a much longer one. And I know something else here. Let's see. I think this is, I know it fits here to show something about, and I'm not gonna force things. I don't want anything to break. I saw in the video it fits into the keyway. This represents where the key goes, to represent short pins or short stacking pins or something. I can't remember what exactly it is, but we'll look at it and we'll see. Oh, I see. This comes apart very easily. So while I was going to do it all later, we're going to do it right now because it's in my hand. So I'm going to take out the standard pin. I'm retaining that spring right there. Let's do the spool, okay? And conveniently, it all kind of like locks and holds in place. Going to go back with the original key pin, that orange one. Whoops, I missed when I shoved it in. And that's what she said. Okay, put that there. And then let's see, I put all, it was just like pressure in place. So that's cool. Okay, so but see, when you go to pick, when you go to, and you put a key in this keyway, it sets it precisely and it opens. All right, that's the way that works. When you pick it, you're using your tensioner bar to put a little bit of pressure on here, right? A little bit of pressure on here. You can see what's already happening right there. Putting a little bit of pressure in, that thing is kind of telling you that there's play. There's play in the rotation. What's going on? Well, it's the fact that, well, you know, until you get, there you go. Until you get past the shear, this represents the shear line, boom, right? It's going to wobble back and forth in there. I've got 2 spools in this lock. When I say that that I could feel that they're overset, or I should say that see, now the term on camera, the term just totally erased my brain. But it's where a false set. This is a false set. Okay, the tension bar, this tension bar would be coming out of the top of here. There'd be metal here, coming out of the top of here, pushing this way, right? And then when I get a false set, it's because I've got a spool pin locked in like that. Okay, watch how this stick moves side to side here. Let's see, first, second, third, fourth. That's a false set. On the 3rd pin, it's a spool. And when I false setted it, it kind of kicked to the side. Okay, I pushed it in. That's 4, that's 5, and, well, that was 6 because I didn't even announce the fact that I was pushing on that final spool, which I didn't give a chance to actually give a false set. But this is going to be a fun little thing to play with and to have around to show demo of. Anyway, that's cool. Mark A squared out.